trying to figure out which way the car in front of them, James, is going to go. There's a big crash. 3 cars in the wall. DeFrancesco.
One of the Meyer-Shank cars is
Elio
involved.
Castro-Neves and Graham Rahal
with us.
Looking back, and DeFrancesco was low. They were 3 wide with Graham Rahal in the middle. I'm not sure who the aggressor was there.
It's tough to tell if Devlin was trying to make it a 3-wide party or if Elio was more coming to. We'll have to tell you. I want to see it start sooner there. I need to see a little bit earlier as to how they got to that position.
Here we
On
go.
board now, Felix Rosenquist.
Oh, DeFrancesco got below the white line, I think, and then kind of shot up the track. This is what happened with Colton Herta a couple years ago with Scott Dixon.
Exactly, side by side. You see Castro-Neves on the outside. Ooh, ugly hit.
Look at the yellow car on the left.
Yeah, that's ill-advised.
Ambitious move for sure.
Rookie mistake.
Try to keep.
What has happened between David Malukas and Kyle Kirkwood? Kirkwood goes for the move on the inside. Oof.
Rather, and here's the replay. Comes through. Oh, really big hit, really square. Lost the back end going through 13.
Out there, this will not make his weekend any easier here.
Man, the sound of that, just that's, you know, there's no tires, there's no safer barrier. That's just straight into concrete. And that's a 3rd gear corner. That's a quick corner for this racetrack.
He just loses it down low. Did something break?
There was a puff of smoke there. That seemed bizarre.
Let's listen. We're going to watch again, and let's just listen.
Oh, something failed. Motor let go. Not his fault at all.
I'm sick to my stomach. I feel like we cursed him. We literally went to break talking about how dominant he was, but through no fault of his own, a very clear failure of some kind.
You see the left front shoot upwards as the rear end just locked up. I mean, that's like an old school. Oh, Callum Ilott, big crash inside at the exit of turn 2. Just loses it. Looks a lot like Rinus VeeKay in a very similar spot.
Much earlier in the corner, it seems like he lost the back end, got all the way around. On board from Christian Lundgaard right now, not knowing which way to go, trying to keep his own car from spinning out, hitting debris. Have to worry about a puncture now from that sharp shards of carbon fiber. And then here's Palou and Tim. In real time, it just looks so savage.
And some big pieces of debris that likely were collected by a few of those trailing cars in that second hit to the inside wall nearly.
He's down, he's on the bottom, he's in the right part of the racetrack. Oh my goodness. That was, I was wondering how he got so far down the racetrack. So it looks to me when he got up into the wall there, he got some understeer, just barely brushed the wall on the right-hand side, but that can be enough to bend a toe link in the rear because it immediately fired the car driver's left in towards the wall. And I got to think that's the slightest bit of contact with the wall there on the right-hand side may have just bent something or broken a toe link, and that sent him on a bit of a journey. But man, that was a big hit into the inside wall on the driver's left-hand side. See, that was an interesting situation there. You saw Scott Dixon had pulled out on Devlin DeFrancesco. Oh, spin! Go, Dalton Kellett in the turn 1 wall very hard.
First crash of the month of May, and it's a big one. AJ Foyt Racing's Dalton Kellett. The K-Line Insulators Chevy just snapped sideways and into the wall just like that.
Running in a group. He was running in the group we were watching in some dirty air. We'll have to get a replay to see if he was getting past, trying to make a pass. He's moving around. The safety team there, AMR safety team on the scene very quickly.
Just rounding up Romain Grosjean. Grosjean's on the inside, so then he backs out of it, and
that's just it, Lee. He would have had to get out of the throttle. That puts the weight on the front of the car. It transfers the weight forward, more front grip, less stability in the rear, right as he was turning in. And I almost want to go back earlier and see how late that pass was initiated. I wonder if that's the issue that
Is what happened to the driver of the yellow submarine. Wow, that is big.
Wicked wiggle at the apex of turn 4. That could have been
Turn 3,
even worse. Sorry. Looks like Colton's walking all right there under his own power. Let's see what happened here. It just loosened up with him.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, he almost got it. Wow, went up and over. Front end just got a little bit up in the air. The wind caught it. And then a secondary impact. Man, he's got fast hands, man. The fact that that wasn't a spin the first time around. Boom. Man, that safer barrier did its job in a big way.
Now, I said the tub was destroyed. I will have to see here. It's the secondary impact when he's inverted. Look at that thing come down. There goes our camera. And watch this second hit. So the nose is sort of halfway off at this point. You can see the hinge point there on the front nose. And then he's going to hit upside down nose first.
And it's just so disorienting for the drivers. No idea where he is on track right now. No idea secondary impact is coming. And there it is, Townsend.
But look at the margin between the road and Colton's helmet.
Watch this. Some lingering audio there from the skidding noise of just carbon and steel.
Right now he sits fifth. Out. Contact Roman Grosjean. Huge impact here.
Boom! Broke the left rear, and this is going to completely hurt Scott Dixon and all the other cars behind. You've got McLaughlin still behind Grosjean, Pagano, Dixon, Ericsson, and Rossi.
Oh boy, that was big. And Grosjean is furious in the cockpit.
No safer barrier, no tire wall. That's one of the worst places to have an incident.
He had the contact. I'm sure he broke the left rear toe link then tried to hang on for one more corner till the timing line. And the moment he turned in, it was nobody home on the left rear.
So imagine
that was a big gamble.
Yeah, imagine your rear tire when you break the toe link. Essentially, it just shoots out to the left. It's essentially trying to make the car turn right as hard as it can, as hard as you want. Then he goes, puts a little bit of right-hand wheel in it to make the corner, and immediately just spun the car.
And that is a lot of work for the 28 crew after a huge crash in the 500 on Sunday. This just 6 days later.
That was the ugly sound of carbon fiber and metal into concrete. There's the first hit. Here's the second.
Oh. That is, it's right on board. The thing is, once you have that first impact, there was really nothing more he could do. The car's already going so fast.